So I have some exciting news for you guys.
Ooh.
I'm in Love Bites now. I'm playing bass for them.
They told me I got the gig.
No, you didn't get, dude. I got the gig.
I got
thought I
bass
got
and
it.
everything.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
bro, I got bass.
I thought I got it.
You want to go? Let's go.
I'll fight you.
Let's have the bass off,
fight
baby.
you.
Come on, come on.
The bass off. Wait, before we even get into the Love Bites thing, though, do you want to talk more about the band-maid tour? Them opening new shows?
Yeah, we
These two
can.
guys. Look,
I just want
my
to show
fat is
off.
too lazy to go.
I just
and
want
get
to
it.
show off my bass skills because I'm in Love Bites. You know that happened over April Fools.
Don't worry, man. We'll get to your band in a second. All right, your
I'm
new
sorry,
band.
it's my new band that I'm in. Like, you guys should show some appreciation. I'm in
we
Love
should talk about
Bites.
more important things.
Come on.
You know, honestly, as soon as I saw that announcement, I did
Love
send
Bites
it
is pretty
immediately over
fucking
to my
important.
bassist.
Love Bites is pretty important. I'm just saying.
But you,
Love Bites is a top ass Japanese metal
and
band.
me
brother.
being in Love Bites is, I think, pretty important.
Yeah, it's very important. But just because we were already on the topic, I do want to cover the fact that Band-Maid is coming to friggin' New Jersey now.
And
That
freaking Chicago.
And Chicago.
Oh, my
and
bad.
New Jersey.
The transition
But-
too early.
Just a little
Yeah,
bit. just because
bad.
we did
That's shit
mention
to
that
talk
they're
about.
opening the new shows, but like we didn't say where. And I gotta say, first of all, for all the people over here in my East Coast, Champ is gonna be at the New Jersey show. So please come join me over at the New Jersey show. This is in my backyard. This is like 25 minutes away from my house, and it's a 4,000 person venue, which they are expecting to sell out. Which is nuts. I can't believe that they might actually sell out 4,000.
That'd be their biggest show they've done, right?
Yep.
If it sells out.
by I think like 1,800 or something like that.
Wow.
Like it's a big difference.
and this is amazing because this will keep promoting them to keep coming over to the States.
Yeah.
They keep selling out like that. They're going to keep coming.
Oh yeah, definitely, and especially now that they're doing shows that are so close to each other. Like I was kind of thinking, you know, the best way for them to do this is to spread stuff out so that different people from different areas will go to their one show that they could get to, right?
Yeah.
But now they're realizing like they sold out the New York show and the Philly show, and they had to add a New Jersey show. These shows are all within an hour, hour and a half of each other. So they're almost expecting like the same people to go again, I would assume, which we fucking are gonna do. So
Yeah, they're
good
gonna
on
get so
them.
tired of seeing the same freaking faces.
Yeah, right. Us. They're gonna get tired of
Yeah.
seeing our faces specifically.
Yeah.
Nah, they're gonna love
You
us.
in California? What the fuck are you doing here?
Trying to interview them after every show. Like, okay, I know you guys didn't know last time. What about it this time?
Last time we talked,
Yeah, exactly. But I'm so
Scored it out.
amped about this, and I'm really hoping they can sell out that 4,000 person venue. If you've
Yeah,
never
me
been
too.
over there, it's a big place, man. It's a big ass place to be in. Like
I
in
want a
comparison.
VIP ticket. I need to get one.
Mm,
How do I get
get
one,
one.
guys?
you should-
I'm going
you
to
get
Philly.
one.
I'm going to Aftershock. I couldn't secure a VIP one. It fucking sucks. Does that just mean you get extra shirts or?
There's no meet and greet, so I think it's just merch. If I recall
merch.
correctly, but there's no like yeah. Unfortunately, I would shell out the extra cash for the VIP if it was a meet and greet and we could like, you know, go up there and talk to them for a second. But like, if it's not that, I'd rather just I think enjoy the show from you know. From
I
the
got a
normal
buddy with
spot.
me. He's gonna come. He's gonna fucking film everything for me. So I'm like, sweet.
Nice.
But I'm sorry, guys. Was that it?
Wow. No, I'm reading the chat right now. And people are saying that they think that the biggest was Zep Tokyo with 2,500 people, which
yeah.
oh, was it? Okay.
I mean, we're talking about that's even in Japan.
Yeah.
So like if they sell out this Jersey show, this is going to be the biggest show that they've done almost by double
Freaking
ever.
Budokan.
Jesus.
They'll have to go back
I'm going to
Budokan.
Philly. So I'm gonna be meeting you guys in Philly.
Cool.
What's
Sweet.
Closer
Awesome.
to me, New Jersey or Philly? I'm in Boston.
He's in
Fine,
Boston.
Well, you should go to Boston.
So I got
that's the
I
one.
got a
Good.
secret. I gotta expose Joey right now. He hasn't heard
exposed.
Unseen yet. Unseen World.
Damn. dude.
Yes. I'm not-
Sounds like it might be time though.
Because he's like me. Like it took me a little bit, you know, after Unseen World out I was sold, right? Joey's kind of in the same boat, but He has. I told him before we came on today's podcast. I'm like, bro, trust me, you haven't heard Unseen World yet. And Frank lost his shit when we did the album review this week, bro. He lost his shit. It's Joey. I'm telling you
I gotta
right
check that
now,
out.
it is so good. Like it really is. And the instrumental, it's just so amazing how they have these underlining melodies that Konami plays, but then, because Psyche's not there, right? So, but you can tell that Psyche finishes those lines off on those guitar licks. It's so good. It's just so good. I don't even know what else to say about that. But anyways,
Anyway.
I'm in love bites.
Also-
I'm in love bites.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
you
Yeah.
I was
know.
glad they got to add at least one date over in Japan. I know there's a lot of people over there that were bummed that they couldn't see him. What they're going to do, at least one. I don't know if it seems like it would be more if there's enough time they could do more.
I mean, this is just the beginning, though, too, right? Like they're going to do this East Coast thing, and then I'm sure when they get
They're
back to the
adding
West,
more.
they'll set more shit up. I would assume so, at least. Like if they're flourishing, then you just keep going until you can't anymore.
I think a second U.S. tour is coming right after this.
Immediately, like
No, like
Like
a
they're
year
just gonna
later,
stay there?
a year and a half later,
Oh.
they're going to see how successful this is, and it's going to happen again. I know.
You know,
I know it.
I hope that does happen, but I also
What the
hope
fuck
that
is
if
that?
that does happen, I think we got a crazy car alarm going off. But if that does happen, I hope that they don't go too far into the speaking English thing. Like I like that they throw it in there with some stuff, but like I do want them to keep sort of their whole vibe. I don't want them to change too much just because they're getting like really popular overseas. Like I look
you're
at
worrying too
a
much.
group. Well, maybe, but I'm looking at like a group like BTS, who, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of. And over the last year, they've done 3 fully English songs specifically for the American audience. No Korean in them whatsoever. And they haven't released a Korean song in at least a year. So I'm not saying that they'll never do it again. But there is some precedent to being, a little bit like, I hope they don't change too much. You know what I mean? Just in case.
I get you.
I'm gonna keep that bit of.
I get you, but
concern.
the music is so good. At the end of the day, that's why I listen to instrumental. Like, if they did decide to change all the lyrics, I'm like, I'll just listen to the instrumental. 'Cause, like,
They've done it without having that. So I think the amount of English they have in their songs is probably enough, and they realize that.
That's what I want.
We're all gonna be singing along with it. They got a really good way of doing things now. I don't think they feel a need to change really, because it's not like their English speaking songs are the most popular ones. They're actually not. So
No, that's
there's no
sure
precedent to
not.
change it.
That's true, and I think I did hear like an interview that Miku or Psyche, I don't remember, about a year ago. I heard them. I'm sorry if you guys could hear that banging.
I was like, what the fuck is
roommate.
going on? And Champ's fucking.
My roommate is
neck of the woods
building
here.
something above me. I will mute as soon as I'm done with my thought. But I do remember them saying, like, about a year ago, I saw an interview where they were talking about how they intentionally, like, their hooks, they try to make them less about having words, Japanese or English, and it more being about anybody that sings that speaks any language being able to sing along with it, right? So as long as they keep that strategy, it'll work everywhere.
Like I said before, like I said on the album review, and when I did the like little chorus lick, like I said, it was very interesting how much appreciation I had for Psyche, because she kept this Japanese traditional style in her voice, even though the music was hard rock. And I didn't realize it until I did like the lead. I think it was HGK, I think it was in. But I noticed, I'm like, oh, that's a very Japanese stylistic kind of singing. And I didn't realize it was in there. I was like, what
I think
the
that's
fuck?
a thing that's one of the things that
That's what I
turns
like.
me off about a lot of bands that musically are, as talented, but then the vocals are just, they're trying to, it's like the power, like the vocals are usually like, I can't deal with that. And that's what the one thing about Psyche I think is super important for band-maid is that it's not, her vocals don't sound like kind of anybody else that I've been suggested to listen to and everything. It's all, there's always like, the music's great, but the vocals, it's she's unique, man.
Yeah, well, for me, I didn't see that at first. I'll be honest. Like, I was like, oh, it's pretty good, but I like the music more than anything. But when I did the Unseen World review, I was like, And I told myself, I'm like, all right, you focus on the vocals because you focused on everything else, because Frank was focusing on the drums. And I was like, and then I realized that she was doing like 8 different melodies during one chorus, which you don't really hear on the radio, because most of the time it's just one chorus repeated. And when I actually sat there to listen, an open mind, right, I was like, this is actually fucking phenomenal. Like, this is 70s style, like where you would split up the chorus into 5 different sections, or like 2 different sections. Not even the 70s, they barely did the 5 different sections. They would do the 2. But I was like, holy shit. Like, they have this Japanese traditional style of vocal singing in notes when I say that. But she would still keep this modern melody while singing in traditional style, is what I thought was amazing. So when we did that Unseen World, I was like, okay, I see where Psyche's coming from. And it really shined on the acoustic album, and that's why I love the acoustic album so much. I was like, whoa. I see why
you can hear all the
why she's a singer. You know, it is what it is. Maybe I didn't before, but I've come to appreciate Psyche, is all I'm saying. But
I mean, during the acoustic performance, you could really hear like all the kind of flutters in her voice. Like, I think that's when you say that, like, she's got like a sort of a traditional style. A lot of that, I think, the vibrato, that Japanese vibrato, which is like way sort of like the vibrations are spaced out a lot more than you normally hear in like American pop music, right? Where that's like quick. The vibrato in American pop music is usually like only at the very last, like the last quarter of a note, right? And it's just a real like very fast. And she's and it still sounds great, even though it's like, when you think about it like from a guitar perspective, right? A lot of like bends, right? Like I hear bends in her voice, lots of slides in her voice. And I think it just sounds really, really good when you combine it with that sort of, as Alan was saying, modern, catchy sort of choruses, especially.
But the chorus is like split up in 4 parts. I can't remember which song it was, but I kept telling everybody, like, do you guys fucking hear that? Like, she's doing one melody, and then here's another melody, and then Miku is shouting another melody in the same fucking chorus. Like, to me, I was like, what? Like, I don't know why I didn't latch onto it before. I was just like, how is this working? You have so many things you could come away singing. You know what I mean? So when I was listening to band, I was like, na 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 na. Like, it's just, there's just so many melodies that you can come away singing. And when I listened to instrumental, I was like, it's even in the guitar. Like, I was like,
I may have mentioned that a time or two in my videos.
Just once or twice.
That's one of the things that I caught I caught on to quick was that, like, you can like you just said, you can come away singing so many different parts, and they're all from the same goddamn part. But you have to pick which one you feel like singing afterwards, or it's just that's what's awesome about it.
That it was like
you pick up one of Konami's like sub melodies that's going on through the whole song. It's like, what?
Yeah. Those make the song for me, man. Those make the song. Her just constant leads, that they're melodic leads that she just never stops playing. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
But I also think that, like, just to kind of jump off what Alan was just saying about the different melodies and stuff, my mind immediately goes to a song like Black Hole, which is like, it's called Black Hole, right? Yeah. It's like one of their craziest songs, right? Like, it's one of their most progressive songs, but they still, even during the parts where it sounds like there shouldn't be any melody, they still add things like na 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 na. Like where they'll just throw in these nice little melodies that sound like almost poppy. Like, you could even like you could take some of those melodies and put them in like a Disney song, right? But like when you're putting them over progressive metal, it sounds fucking insane. But this is just turning into a big band-maid love fest.
When I re-listen to it again, man, I'm telling you right now, Black Hole is not the most complicated. Those songs that are not on the album, or the ones that are on other albums, those were the most complicated. Because I remember Frank was sitting there, and I thought Black Hole was super complex. And it was. But the other songs were actually way more complex. I think when I first heard it, I was like, oh, okay. But then when we started, it was Youth, I think, or something like that. And I was like, what? These are only B-sides? I don't know. When we did the album review, we're just like, Black Hole wasn't what I remembered when I first heard it, because I've only listened to the instrumental over and over again. But Anyways,
I feel like it's the type of thing where like every time you listen to it, you'll probably focus on a new thing from a new song and
'Cause
like
you can.
gain new appreciation from it. Yeah, exactly. It's like we got the whole black hole. This is awesome, nasty. The first time we listened to it, right? Now we're
honestly, the
gonna find
last band that I
cool
could
shit in
do
other
that
songs.
with, the last band I could do with that with was Rush. Like that I can remember,
Wow.
like as recent times where I could just like go back and listen to again and find a different part. To be honest, like I think that was the last band I could go back and be like, oh, what the fuck is that? You know, but
That's high
anyways.
praise, man, because Rush is
Yeah.
disgusting. Rush is
Whoa.
a disgusting band.
They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in a good way?
Disgusting in a good way. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what?
No, disgusting like sick.
New Jersey slang over here. Sorry, sorry. It's
I mean,
Midwestern.
I've been
You're disgusting.
I've been in El Paso too long, I guess.
For more Gaijin goodies like you just saw, be sure to subscribe to the Gaijin Guys podcast and turn on all notifications to be part of the live stream every Sunday. You can also find us wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, etc. You can find even more exclusive content and reactions on our Patreon, patreon.com/Gaijin Guys. I'll see you there. Adios.